Hey, this is Stacia, and I'm here with the next three flashcards. For me, it's been 5 seconds, but for you guys, it's the next day. um, all right, so we're gonna do number 4 here, and mm, what's the best move for white and why? These are really hard, so I mean, if you want to try and find it, I would encourage you to at least take some time and try to figure out what you would play. But then I'm going to tell you the best move. So I had a whole lesson with FIDE master Livio Cervalenko from, I think it was Peru, I think is where he's from. And the move here is queen to e3. But the idea is that if you own an open file like this, like we have stacked rooks on this d file, so we're dominating the file, and our pieces are better in general. I mean, look at our pieces compared to that bishop. But the one problem is that the queen is in here, and we have some weak pawns. And this queen, is going to cause counterplay. So queen e3 is the best move, with the idea of stopping counterplay by offering the queen trade. Now, it looks like our pawns are going to get doubled. And that's probably because our pawns are going to get doubled. But you do have to understand that that's okay. It's more important that we own the open file and that we can jump our knight into d5. And if they ever take it, they're going to undouble our pawns. So this is actually totally fine. So queen e3. And, okay, let's take, and then I give a continuation. So, okay, bishop g4, pinning. I want to unpin, but first we can throw in this little intermezzo, a5. So we calculated, like we studied this one position for like almost a whole hour in the lesson. So I was definitely looking at this move because it forces the knight there. Okay, and now rook d to c1. Now, I was confused during the lesson, though, because I was like, hey, we were controlling this file so nicely. Why would I move my rook off of that? And Livio said, well, now you can dominate both files. 2 is better than 1. I was like, oh. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So, yeah, so they take, we'll take back here, and now knight d5 finally. Oops. Yeah, and we are dominating. Now we're looking good. So black doesn't have time to play that because our knight's attacking their knight. And okay, anyway, I think we looked at enough. So let's go to the next one, position 5. Okay, this one's pretty easy. So if you want to pause your video and find the answer, go ahead and do so now. So sometimes I have blind spots, and this is one of them. I think I had this position a couple times. I know it looks pretty specific, but there's a line that leads to this that happens fairly often, in Blitz at least. And I can just take the bishop. I mean, there's really no reason to do anything else. Just take it. That is the answer. I'm always worried about stuff, though. I forget what I'm worried about. Maybe that. Yeah, but once I take this, that's attacking the queen. So they pretty much got to take back. Oh, they could play that. Yeah, it's trade, right? What's wrong with this? Yeah, we're up material. I mean, it's as simple as that. We're up material. I think I think the reason that I didn't want to take the bishop is because usually when you have misplaced your opponent's king, you don't want to trade queens. So I was concerned about this queenie A thing, trading queens. But I mean, I just took a bishop. Yeah, this is just good. So I've got to understand that this position is just too good. And it shouldn't be that hard to understand, right? Because we've got an extra piece. Yeah, we've just got an extra piece, so okay. A pretty basic one. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, this one is not basic at all. But this one is super fun. I hope that you guys enjoy this one because there's something called the Barmen defense. And this actually comes out of the Karakan that I play, the Pan of Attack, but it also comes out of the Smith Mora sometimes. I see this, like in some declined line. It transposes into this same exact thing, which is crazy, but it does. And, well, I have to admit, I didn't understand this position at first. So if you want to pause your video, it's actually black to move. Go ahead and figure out, what would you do after bishop takes knight? Would you take the queen or would you take back on f3? What do you want to do and why? So go ahead and do so now. Okay, well, that was a question I wrestled with for a long time. But the answer is that after this move, we are going to take the queen. Okay, so we're going to take, now if they take back like that, because that's an option, that's not good because they won 2 knights for a queen. So I would tell my students, don't do that. All right, so instead, you know, after taking the queen, they should take our queen. So they're up a piece so far, but then we check. Okay, and that's a fork. So after a king here, we grab a rook. So now we've got a rook. We're up in exchange. But our knight's on A8, and I don't know if that knight's going to get out. It's kind of trapped. All right, but now it's black's turn. They have to save their bishop. Now, I do believe the best moves are like to bring the bishop out this way. But sometimes they go this way. And that's what this flashcard's about. I had a game where I knew that they're not supposed to go here, but I had no clue why, and I still lost. So let's find out why. After takes, check, takes, bishop a4. It's actually pretty simple. It's white to move. And after b3, that bishop's trapped. That bishop cannot go to b5, and the knight's blocking. So this is a good move. But now this. Look at this move. A nice little counterattack by black. Their knight takes the pawn and threatens a fork. This is where it gets interesting. I love these positions because, well, it's just chaotic and hard to understand. Okay, we're going to take the bishop. They're going to fork us, and now we go king d1, and now they take our rook. So this is the end of this card, but I have a follow-up one that we will do. Because this is too interesting to not look further. So I think here the computer really likes white, but it's really hard to understand why. But there's 2 main ideas. One idea is that we're going to extricate our knight, but keep the black knight trapped. And that's possible to do. But, you know, it's hard for me to see. That's why I'm doing this. The other way, which I think comes from the other lines with the bishop coming back to g4 or h5, is we can actually, like, checkmate the king with our minor pieces, which is much more difficult, for me at least. But that is an option too. But here we're going to basically extricate the knight. So we're going to go to 6B now. Oh no, what happened? How did this get wrecked? Wow. That was a weird glitch. But it is still here. I'm happy about. Okay. So what's the best move here? If you want to pause your video and find it, go ahead and do so now. Yeah, this is interesting because I think it's very tempting to want to play bishop e2, but this is incorrect. I think after this move, there might be this. And, you know, if we're just trying to take the knight, they come here. They're going to take our knight. So we haven't really accomplished anything there, and we're just moving our bishop in weird ways. The best idea, I think, is to move all our pieces out of the way. Like develop this bishop somewhere, develop this bishop somewhere, king e2, take the knight. Okay, that's what we want to do. We've got the two squares covered, but our knight, you know, also they're covering those two squares, and that is why I love this next move, bishop to e3. This is beautiful. It's all about the b6 square. We want to create a hole on b6. So if black tries to save their pawn, which was just attacked, then guess what we do next? We save our knight. Good luck getting your knight out, right? You're not taking that. You don't have a light square bishop. So on the other hand, if black just plays a move, which they do, like this, that's probably the best move because the knight is going to do annoying things. Well, now we can take this pawn. And when we take it, we also free up the b6 square. So it's really cool. Yeah, so it's basically like remove the defender, you know, and the king cannot come up there and guard it because that's illegal. So I thought this is really cool. And okay, black played here. We're just going to look at a sample line now. So we want to continue getting our pieces out. So bishop b5 is one of the moves the computer gave. So bishop b5, and now, well, this knight is getting annoying. I think he's ready to come in there and take that. I'm not so sure if that's good. I guess it is. So we are going to stop that with bishop d4. And then they're going to go here. I guess insisting on that. And then I do remember that now it's time to get our knight out. Yeah, so our knight gets out. Yay. So this is why white's winning, because we successfully rescued our knight. But this black knight's in serious trouble, right? So after takes, we probably should take back. King there. Okay, the rook's coming out. Yeah, but now I think king e2. Yeah, just king e2, and I am curious though, like, why couldn't the knight come out to c2 there? I mean, I would take it now, but this is why I like looking at stuff. So here, I was wondering about knight to c2. I wonder if it's because of possibly rook c1. Because then if the knight goes here or something, I wonder if we can go check. Yeah, let's look at this for a second. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, knight c2 seems like the most logical move to me. And then rook c1. Attacking that knight. Knight a3. This is what I thought. Yeah, rook c7 check. King f6. So apparently we can take the pawn or go bishop d3. Ooh, followed by that? I don't know. Yeah, I think this is getting into the lines I was talking about where the idea is to like almost checkmate this king, like make him really uncomfortable. And when you do that, you can often pick up one of these pieces, you know, or something. So I still don't understand it, but white's winning here, apparently. So cool stuff. I mean, according to an engine, it's winning. I'm sure I could screw this up. Don't underestimate me. Okay, so I guess that took care of positions 4 through 6. So I'll be back with 7 through 10 tomorrow. So thanks so much. Bye.